back to our channel.
Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the different conflict styles and how to deal with all the arguments or conflicts that you have in your life and what style works best for different situations.
So before we get started, we'll just briefly go over the definition and then we have a little activity. But we'll explain the activity when we get to them.
Yes.
So let's go over the definitions of conflict management.
Yes. Okay, so there's 5 different conflict styles and they say that different ones are appropriate for different situations, but there's one that's like the best one that you should always do, and that's the one we'll talk about at the end. But Jasmine's going to start by describing the first one.
So the first conflict management style is avoidance. Avoidance is when conflict occurs and then both sides does exactly what it sounds like, avoid it. So whether that's walking away or just not addressing it in general, you are avoiding that situation altogether.
Right. Okay. And then the next one is accommodation, and that's what they call a lose-win. So you're letting the other person get everything that they want, and then you don't get anything of what you want. So you're basically just letting them have their way. And they say that this one is good sometimes, like if you want to get points, like if you know you're going to ask for something later that you want the person to say yes to, and so you're going to accommodate so that they'll say yes to you in the future. Or some people accommodate to be passive aggressive and be like, well, you always get what you want, that's fine, whatever. But then also sometimes you never.
I know.
You always just are like, this
No,
is what I want.
this is that. Yeah, I have the next one.
Yeah, that'll be the next one. But it's also sometimes good, like if you truly don't care and you're like, whatever, you can pick where we go to eat, or whatever, you can pick this because it's not that big of a deal to you. That's a good reason to accommodate.
The next one is my favorite. This is where I live my best
Where
life.
she thrives.
It's
Truly
where I
thrives.
thrive, where I come alive, and that is competition. Competition is when you give no fucks, okay? You're like, this is what's gonna happen. This is a cheerocracy, not a democracy, okay? So it's when you are just, right, you're forcing your solution on that other person, right? Whatever you want, then they have to do that. Obviously,
or at least you're pushing for it.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that they're gonna
do it, right? They can
Yeah.
also say no, but you're pushing for it without hearing their side. This can be good if you need to make a quick decision where it's life-threatening or something like that. But also sometimes it's just good just because it's good, and people just need to learn.
Yeah, and sometimes
Okay.
I remember them saying that like some couples thrive with both having a competitive style. That's all. Who are you looking at me for?
I want that.
Yeah, that's your ideal partnership because they like to like debate or argue with each other, and so
It just spices
if you have a
things up
competitive
in the living room.
if you have a competitive conflict style and a job, Jasmine is single.
Hit me up.
Okay, so the next one is compromise, and that's when it's called a negotiated lose-lose, so both parties end up not getting what they want. So it's basically when you don't have enough time to do the last one, which we'll talk about at the end, but it's basically like kind of trying to find a fast solution that will make both parties somewhat happy, but not totally happy. So it's not the best solution because it's kind of just like, all right, fine, we'll do this third option.
But
that way you
no
get
one
some of
gets,
what you want, I get some of what I want, but no one's really getting all
Anything
of what they want. Yeah.
And the last one, which would be ideal, is the collaboration one, which is the win-win. This is when your relationship with that person or persons are very important to you and you want to make sure that everyone's voice is being heard. So it takes time to do collaboration. Mm-hmm. It sounds like the easier one and it sounds like the perfect one, but it takes a lot of time to really negotiate the needs of everyone and really find a middle ground that pleases both sides. So this can work in many situations, but once again, right, when we're going to competition, when you need to make a quick decision, collaboration might not be the best option when something needs to be made in that moment. But if you have time, right, and that relationship is something that is worth
that's important to you.
Yes, yeah. And contributing to, then collaboration would be the ideal option. Win-win.
Yeah. So those are the different styles. So if there was one that you were like, oh shit, I do that one all the time, then that might be the one that you rely on the most, even if it's not perfect for all situations. So usually people will have one that they kind of gravitate towards or they tend to use more than the others, but you really should be using all of them and kind of judging when is the right time to use competition versus collaboration versus whatever. Because even though collaboration sounds like the best option, it's just not realistic to always be able to collaborate. Yeah.
And I hate to do this, but I do think we have to jump back just a little bit because I didn't talk about why you would use avoidance. So avoidance is something you would use when, one, right, the relationship is super important to you, but you're afraid of how that person will react. So if you're afraid that you'll lose face with them, or right, they will act in such a negative way that it would destroy the relationship, you might avoid it altogether in hopes that, right, it'll blow over or they will forget, and then you can kind of pick up that relationship where it left off, is where you see avoidance being used the most.
Yeah, or even if the opposite, the person doesn't mean anything to you, like let's say that you go on a date, right? Because ghosting is essentially
avoidance.
Yeah, right.
Ghosting.
Then ghosting would be like avoiding the conflict. Or let's say that you get into an argument with someone at the grocery store. You don't know them and they don't know you. You don't really need to compete or collaborate or try to make it work because you're not. Try to make it like work with them.
I'm just saying, maybe
or
you
can
learn
fight
a lesson.
them.
Maybe you can fight someone in the grocery store.
There you go. So, but you're definitely not going to collaborate with them. So that's
I know. But you're gonna use avoidance.
Yeah, we're gonna jump to our
activity.
Yeah.
So we have prepared some scenarios. I made some, and Alex have made some. And in this jar is the different type of conflict style. So we're gonna pick one. We'll pick one each, right? And we'll read the scenario. And whatever conflict style we choose, we have to answer that scenario using that conflict. Now, this is not to say if this actually happened in real life,
this is what you should do.
This is what you should do, or what we will do. And we'll kind of debrief it afterwards. But I think this is just a fun way to look at the different types of conflicts.
I have not seen Jasmine's and she hasn't seen mine, so this is going to be a surprise.
For all of us.
I'm scared.
Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
You go first.
You go first?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to pick it before or after?
Let's pick it after.
You want to pick it after?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me start with number 1. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. You walk into your apartment that you are paying over 60% of to find that your boyfriend, who you financially support and invested 5 years of your trust, emotion, and life to, is making out with a ratchet neighbor who lives down the street in the yellow apartments with a broken bottom lock on her door.
Oh, shit. Okay.
How do you handle this?
I like how you went into detail on this neighbor.
I feel like it's
does not care about her safety.
She doesn't. Her bottom line
and
is
that
broke,
translates.
And she has
to
a yellow apartment.
Yeah. You know, like if you don't want to lock your door to your
You're
apartment,
financially supporting this man.
Yes.
How dare you?
Okay, let's see.
What do you have? What do you have?
Collaborate.
Collaborate.
So this is a time where I would say it's definitely okay not to collaborate. But if I had to collaborate, I guess I'd walk in and be like, well, let's have a sit-down talk. Me, you, and the
ratchet neighbor? Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'd kick the ratchet neighbor out. And then I'd say I talked to my boyfriend, and in this hypothetical scenario, I guess...
What's the middle ground?
Well, what's the middle ground? So it would depend. If he wants to leave and be with the neighbor, and I don't want to be in a relationship with someone who's cheating on me, then maybe that's like the collaboration where we're like, okay, this relationship is over.
But what if he wants both?
But yeah,
he wants ratchet in class.
Then it's like, well, I guess we'll find there's no way to collaborate. I feel like there's no way to collaborate. Thanks for calling me classy, by the way.
Of course. I have to be open-minded.
I don't want to be in an open relationship with this imaginary neighbor. That's my nightmare.
I mean no one wants to. She living in an apartment with a broken bottom lock. She doesn't care.
Yeah, okay, I guess that's what I would do.
I felt like you were stressed on that. It's okay.
Yes, I was. Okay, you pick yours.
No, you have to read it first, and then I'll pick.
Okay. Oh, so I do yours.
Yep. Yes.
Okay. You're working at a fast food place. You ask someone to cover your shift a week in advance because you're going on vacation. They call you the night before saying they can't cover for you anymore. What do you do?
Can I pick aggression?
No.
Okay.
I feel like your soul is gonna somehow find aggressive or competition.
Competition.
No.
Oh my gosh. No! I'm accommodating.
That fucking sucks.
That really
These
sucks.
are getting the worst ones.
So then I would have to just be like, okay, Maria, like, can I cover my shift? And then I have to go find someone else to cover my shift the day before.
Yeah.
This is also when I guess I will be calling in sick. I'm sick. But yeah, so accommodating.
You telling her like,
that
it's okay. No worries.
You can't cover it, so you do you. But I'm gonna remember all this.
You will never cover for Maria.
Yeah, I will never cover for her. All right, number 2. Class has started and you are in the middle of taking roll. You know today is going to be a great day because you are serving your class executive realness with a side of sexy kitten extravaganza. A student wearing what clearly came from the sales rack of the thrift store approaches you and demands that you change their grade from a D to an A. Clearly, they are delusional. However, they are causing a huge scene in the middle of your class and all eyes are on you, but for the wrong reasons. The student's tone is becoming increasingly aggressive, which is unbecoming and downright pedestrian. How do you handle it?
These are very well written.
Thank you.
I feel like I saw the whole scene. I imagined what I was writing.
You're fierce in like every single one of these scenarios.
Oh.
What do you have?
Compromise.
Oh
no! Okay. So I guess the lose-lose scenario. This makes me so mad because I know what I would do in real life.
Yeah, and they're yelling at you.
Okay.
And you look cute.
I know, I don't deserve that.
Don't.
Not when I'm feeling myself on this fine day.
Where's your pretty privilege?
I know.
Pop in.
That's what I would start with. As a person with pretty privilege.
As someone who's beautiful.
I cannot have this conversation right now. Okay, so compromise. I guess for them to get some of what they want, I'd let them have this conversation in class. So
Okay.
I'd let them talk about it, but to get some of what I want, I wouldn't let them change their grade.
Okay.
So I'd be like having the discussion, even though they're acting a mess, and I would just tell them, I'm not going to change your grade. But that's a discussion, obviously, I'd rather have not in the middle.
Well, you could do the opposite. You can get what you want. You don't
have the conversation in private and then change their grade.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather do the first one.
Oh, you're extra petty.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
That way everyone can see. Act like this. I will never change
I will
your
never change your grade. Come for me.
Yeah. Just watch. Okay. Oh wait, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So you make plans to meet up with someone you're casually dating. You show up and they never show up and are not answering their texts or their calls. The next day they text you and apologize for not showing up. What do you do?
Cry. Eat
No,
Haagen
you
Dazs
wouldn't.
ice cream.
You would not cry.
Yes, I would. I'm sensitive. Someone like bailed on me and didn't even tell me why.
And you're there. Oh my gosh, you're tearing up a lot.
That's because my makeup is in my eye.
Oh,
That's fine.
I knew you could.
My eyeballs are sweating.
Yeah.
Okay. Compromise. Okay, wait, say it again. So
Okay.
I'm at the restaurant. They ghosted
I'll
me.
just describe it.
Yeah. I'm at the restaurant. I'm
They're
just
like,
thinking.
we're gonna meet up. You're like, table for 2. You're like, they must be running late. You sit down. You're waiting. The server brings you bread. They're like, oh shit.
Well, I don't eat carbs, so.
You don't have to eat the bread.
Okay.
But it's there. Then you start ordering drinks. You're like, all right, maybe
This
about
is turning into a good night.
Yeah, by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. But then
Please.
he never shows up and the server's like, sorry ma'am, we're going to have to ask you to leave if your other party is not showing up. Then you have to do the walk of shame out of the restaurant, take an Uber home, and then he texts you the next day, even though you were like, where are you?
Yeah.
And then he's like, sorry, there was an emergency.
So compromise, lose. I paid for dinner myself So that's a loss. And then on top of that, they don't get a second date with me. So that's a loss.
Right? Okay, so they lose?
So it's lose-lose. Or, okay, compromising for real. Sorry they got, so if this was like not being funny, being serious, and I had to compromise, which is so annoying because I wouldn't even do this, I would be like, oh my God, I forgive you, Rodrigo. And I guess I would go on another date with them, set them up.
But then that's kind of accommodating because I guess maybe if you compromise, you could be like...
But they pay for everything.
Okay, that could be it. Or it could be like, okay, I'm giving you one last chance. Like, this is your last chance.
Because I feel like that's a lose for me for being like, okay, I'm going to go out on a date. Someone, that just stood me up. Yeah. But also, I'm not going Dutch. You get to pay for everything. I don't know. Maybe the first one. Yeah. Maybe they lost me.
They lost you. And then, well, that is kind of like a compromise, though. Because you went and you, like, stayed and tried. And then,
Okay. Your next one?
Yes.
You are babysitting your brother's child. Oh, I forgot to tell you, you're an aunt now.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. The child is between the ages of 5 and 9. It's hard to tell these days with all the hormones being pumped into our food. However, they are more than aware of your financial crisis you're in, which is a fancy way of saying that you're paying for student loans.
Okay.
You hand them your iPad so they do whatever children do when you're taking a nap. However, before you can reach your REM state, you're woken up by an email from your bank stating that you've overdrafted.
Oh, fuck.
Gasp.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gasp, you say out loud.
Gasp.
Come to find out, that little weirdo bought over $5,000 worth of upgrades for the game Pokemon Go. What do you do? I want you to get competition because I want you to yell at him. The kid just goes, and I whoop.
And I whoop.
You're not rich?
I like how I had $5,000 in my account.
See, I'm hyping you up. She's like, more like 500.
I know, I was like, I overdrafted and wow. Okay, collaborating. This is the win-win approach.
So you're getting your money back.
Okay, yeah, so the collaboration
From your
is,
brother.
I would take the iPad away, and then I'd have to talk to my brother and say, you're going to pay me back for what your child ended up buying. I mean, that's a good one.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know if that's a win for him.
Well, I guess the win would be...
I don't murder his child.
You don't murder his child, but also the child gets to keep the upgrades and play the game. But the win also is you're going to get reimbursed. Yeah. So
that's true. Okay.
So everyone just has money now. I'm pissed.
I know. Okay. Your friend is talking shit about you behind your back. A mutual friend tells you what they've been saying, and you have plans to hang out with that friend the next day.
Give me competition.
Okay, oh my God.
Give me competition. Oh my God, come on. Please. Oh boy, oh no. Compromising? This is
we're getting all pick a different one. Pick a different one. We're getting all the same one.
I know.
Here.
Did you pick a different one? Are you sure it's the same different one?
What was it? Competition. Okay, so what do you do?
So, my friend is talking shit, and then I'm supposed to hang out with them. First off, I would meet them. Then, I would literally write down every single thing that they said, and then I would cuss them out, okay? And then after I cuss them out, I would make sure someone's recording it as I cuss them out. Then I would post it so that they can forever relive that.
Their
mistakes. And then I would say, you need to think about your actions before you start talking shit. But what are they saying about me? Because also it could be true.
I like how you do all this and you're like, wait, what did you ask? Yeah, because what if the other friend is like...
lying.
Yeah, or like misrepresenting it.
Honestly, I would just be like, look, this is what I was told. Is this true? I would put it all out in the open. Like,
that's
on a serious note,
too.
because I'm not gonna let, we're gonna be friends and we're hanging out and you're talking shit. Like, are you talking shit or is someone lying and can be misconstrued into shit? Right. But also, are you telling real truth? And they're just like, you can't talk about Jasmine like that, but also you can. I'm a mess.
I like that you're recording it and then posting it. You're just, I was like, we need a better one because I feel like we need you to pop off in one of these.
Are you ready for yours?
Yes.
It's been a long winter, and you are over this week. You go to your local Vons to pick up an adult beverage located on the right side of the store before the bread aisle but after the cheeses. You have had your heart set on a 12-pack of Natty Ice Seltzer. You reach, I know it's disgusting. You reach the adult beverage section, and there is 1 pack left. And you go to put the 12-pack in your basket and receive a scandalous phone call that you obviously have to take. You merely put your soft, moisturized, and perfectly manicured hand on top of the 12-pack to save/claim your prize, Avi. However, while you are on the phone, another individual, gender unknown, walks up and snatches the 12-pack out of your hand. Your first thought is rude, and your second thought is ew, because you earned this. But also, this is not consented touch. What do you do?
These are amazing, by the way. I love yours. I want you to make up like 10 more.
Okay.
No, I'm not doing that.
No, what was it?
It's compromise.
No, you keep getting compromised. How is this all? They're like, you guys don't do this in your real life.
Collaborating, no. Sorry, I'm like just picking the one I want.
I know.
Okay, finally, competition.
All right.
I would grab my 6-pack
back
and pull it out of the woman's hands and just say, or the person, gender
unknown.
And I might not even say anything. I might just like grab it and just, you know, give them a look like, this is mine.
This is mine.
You knew it was, and I'm going to put it in my cart and I'm going to walk away.
Oh my God, I feel powerful now.
Haven't you ever had those moments where you're shopping or like something?
Yeah, and you have your heart set on something, and then someone just, it's like a parking spot.
Yes!
And you clearly have your blinker on, and then someone comes and takes that parking spot.
Literally, if you go through my phone, there's just like 1 or 2 pictures.
No.
Oh. I mean, that was a joke. I'm kidding.
My friend is insane.
All right, your turn.
Oh, yeah, you read them. Yeah.
That was my last one.
That was your last one? Oh, I have 2 more.
Okay.
I'm ready for this.
Let's both pick one so that.
Okay. Yeah. How we would do it.
Yeah.
Okay. You are at a speech tournament living your best life because you are clearly flawless. You are wearing a beautiful tweed skirt suit with the hem just above the knee and 6-inch nude Louis Vuitton heels. This description of your outfit is not important to the plot line, but a weird flex to show how fashionable you are. You are double entered, meaning you have 2 events in one pattern. You sign your name into 1 round, and then you go to the second event to perform. After you perform, you ask to be excused because you have to perform. You have a performance to give in the previous round. So you go to your first round that you signed into. Your judge asks you why you didn't sign your name and write that you were double entered. WTF, you say out loud. Or gas.
Yeah.
You look at the whiteboard and realize that your name has been erased as though you didn't exist at all. There are 3 Heathers in the back snickering, so you know they are the guilty party. You apologize to the judge and proceed to do your speech. You still won because you're the best. After the round, you just so happen to be in the bathroom with the 3 women that erased your name. What do you do?
This actually happened to Jasmine.
Yeah,
so
this was for real a personal
vendetta.
Yeah, I've never let it go, clearly.
What
do you got?
Accommodating. Okay, you pick yours.
No, we're not getting like avoidance at all.
So accommodating would be like you have to address it, but be okay with it. So maybe be like, look, I know that you erased my name, but it's okay, like for whatever reason you did it. Or if they confront you, then being like, it's okay. It's in the past. I'm the bigger person. I'm moving forward. I'm classy.
Compromising? Can we even compromise in this?
No.
There's no way to compromise.
Unless they bring it up or you bring it up. Like, once you see them in the bathroom, do you say something? And then
I mean, okay, I guess compromising. There's no way, because even if you bring it up, that's still being competitive, right?
Yeah.
Because you're being passive aggressive
Right.
and being like, oh my god, my name was erased. So there's no way to be compromising in this one. Let's see. What did you get?
I got it.
Okay, there is a way to be this.
What?
So this is against my nature, but this would be avoidance.
Oh, yeah, I got no
So then I guess I would go into the bathroom and just not say anything. I just look at him and then go. I guess it's enough to know that I won.
Yeah, I guess that's the compromise. Just kidding. What did you do? You didn't say anything to them. It didn't matter.
No, because they also said something racist to me,
yeah.
which took me aback, and then I would have went to jail. So I had an afro, and so they go, "Hi, big hair."
That's not even like a read or anything.
Yeah,
It's just why?
disrespectful.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Last one. You're getting ready to go on a saucy date. You have already compromised your integrity and allowed this man to pick you up from your home. First mistake. He shoots you a text that he's outside in a black truck. What he has failed to mention is that he's driving a Toyota Tacoma with a monster truck wheels and American flag in the back.
Oh no.
You enter the truck. But why? You and this man decide to go to a Thai restaurant because Thai food is bomb. You make it to the restaurant and the server in perfect English says, "May I take your order?" Your date is eager to show you how diverse he is and greets your server with "Konnichiwa."
No! Oh my
Your
God.
server is clearly shook. How do you handle this?
Oh my god. Competition. Thank God I got competition. Okay. I would for sure say something to this man in real life and because I got competition, and I would just tell them that they were racist and that konnichiwa is Japanese and this is a Thai restaurant.
So that second part happened to me in real life. So not the truck thing, but yeah, I had a date where we met at a Thai restaurant. And I have been to this Thai restaurant forever. So not only did I know that the server was Thai, but also she was born and raised here. So I mean, anyways. So she knew me. So she's like, "Hey Jasmine, how are you doing?"
Yeah.
Whatever. And he's like, and he does the hand gesture too. He goes, "Konnichiwa." And she looks like, what the fuck? And I'm like,
This is
literally,
like,
I
I'm
was
sweating.
I was stressed out. So so she left, and I was like, okay, so she's not Japanese, she's Thai. And he was like, I know, but it is just, it's hard to tell, is essentially his response. And so then I was like,
and you don't even if it's like a Thai restaurant, you don't know the ethnicity
yes,
of
you
the
don't.
person
So
working
just,
there.
and they said, can I take your order?
Yes.
Just be like, I'm ready, I'm not ready, hey, how you doing, whatever. Anyways, I was like, I'm not hungry anymore, I need to go. Oh, I left.
Okay.
So, I don't even
love
need to
that.
pick one, that's what I did.
So
That's how I
that
handle
would be
that.
competitive, and that's
Yes.
a good option.
Absolutely.
Just be like, and goodbye.
Yeah. He did not know what he did wrong. That is the crazy part. He texted me and was like, you left and you seem mad.
I would get a Thai tea to go with boba.
Oh, I ordered from later, but I just wasn't going to have my meal with him.
And leave a super good tip.
Yeah.
And say I'm sorry to the server.
I didn't, I was just like, that was a mess. That's why I don't need to take dates to places that I like to eat at, like the Yard House.
If they know you.
If they know me, or Valley's Point.
Oh yeah.
That's a story for a different day. But that is our activity. So a little bit about it. Like we said earlier, you probably wouldn't use, right? What did you have for the first one? Compromise, right? If you walked in and your partner is cheating on you, or collaboration, right? If you walked in and your partner is cheating on you, or you, whatever the case may be that you saw in these scenarios. I think it's just kind of funny to pick something random and then have to deal with it in a certain way.
Yeah, and it kind of gets you thinking, like, kind of outside the box.
Yeah, like how could you deal with something? Like maybe your go-to is competition, right? For some of these, my go-to would be competition. But now that I'm picking collaboration or avoidance or whatever the case may be, what does that look like to find a middle ground? Or what does that look like to walk away? Or,
Yeah, is that a better option when
than...
you're used to relying? Because some of them it's like, oh, it's kind of hard to pick a different style than you would normally use, but it could kind of be like, oh, this is actually easier than I thought.
Yeah.
It would be another good option to go with as well.
But that is our little activity for today. That is just a little brief introduction into conflict management.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so thank you for watching. And if you like this video, I honestly kind of just want you to write like 10 more scenarios and
just read them to you.
Yes, yes, I love them so much. And okay, yeah. So if you like this video, like it, subscribe, and share it with your friends.
And stay tuned for the next one.
Bye.